With that being behind me, I was able to move forward with my life. I had met with a school counselor and figured out a graduation plan. Since my last high school had required more credits, it turned out I had enough to finish the year early. I would graduate in January and walk with my class in May after the baby was born. With high school now a part of the past and the extra stress of schoolwork and gossip behind me, I was able to focus on getting ready for the baby. The crazy, hyperactive days that followed weren't enough to stop my mind from being consumed by doubt. I was still trying to convince myself that I was doing the right thing by raising a child at such a young age and sharing all of my struggles. Everyone in my life had strong opinions about what I should or shouldn't be doing. The one person who made absolutely no sense to me then, but who I later realized actually had it right the whole time, was my grandmother. She just said, babies are born. In her weird way, she was pointing out that having a child is just a part of life. And now that it was a fact in mine, I would just have to keep moving forward. Listen, it's simple, but it's true, right? Did she tell any lies? No. My life wasn't going to go back to the way it was even after my baby was born. My body might not go back to the way it was. Well, it sort of would, but with hard work. But from that moment on, I would be responsible for another life. Oddly, that responsibility wasn't as scary to me as it might be to others. What I was starting to realize was that this baby was going to give me a chance to have a real family, to have someone who would never leave me. I'm going to reread that. Yeah, you can hear a pin drop in here. Even the dog's quiet. Because this is something that people have been claiming for a long time. That Kail keeps on having kids in order to fill a void of never having a family, and also to have someone that will never leave her. Her parents abandon her, the men abandon her, the girlfriends abandon her, the friends abandon her, but the kids cannot escape. Oh, I'm going to go back and reread that. And it's crazy because in prior chapters of this book, what did I say the last time we read together? We were talking about how she got pregnant by this random guy who came from a good family, and then the mom blackmailed them to get abortion money and some money on the side for some booze. And then she got with Joe, who comes from another strong, tight-knit family with money. And then every single guy, they come from tight-knit families, stable families. It's not by accident. She really wants this. And now here we have it in black and white. What I was starting to realize was that this baby was going to give me a chance to have a real family, to have someone who would never leave me. It's not about I'm having this baby because I feel like I've got so much love to give. I've learned so much. No, it's this child is going to be my real family. This child cannot escape my clutches like everybody else. That's what that was. And I find that to be, sorry, but selfish. Anyway, but it's honest. It's honest. It's selfish, but it's honest. And we've seen that time and time again with all these kids. Maybe as these relationships are breaking down, you might be leaving me, but my kids will never leave me. I'm gonna, oof. Despite the chaos and uncertainty of my circumstances, I was definitely starting to feel a deep maternal connection to my baby. I still wished I was at least a decade older, but the experience of being pregnant was so intense and magical, nothing could prevent me from appreciating the beauty of it. That's lovely. The existential experience of having a life growing inside of me turned each individual kick into shockwaves that I felt throughout my whole body. There's no relationship that can compare. It's symbiotic. It's unspoken love. I was never alone anymore. There we go again. When Joe left me in the middle of the night or my mom wouldn't speak to me, there was no endless emptiness. I had someone with me at all times. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's getting weird. It's getting creepy. Are you getting that same vibe? Is that what this is all about to you? It's damn the fact that I have no money and I'm too young. At least someone will never be able to leave me. Or even as she gets older and she has money, it's damn the fact that this isn't a stable situation. This is toxic. This is too many people. I need to get to know these people. No, it's no. I just need an army of people who will never leave me. The pure beauty of it all was truly a miracle to me. The world as I had known it wasn't magical or filled to the brim with good vibes and happiness, but now, for the first time in my life, I suddenly found my life filled with something I had never known before: hope. Hope that I could be a good mother. Hope for a happy future with my child. See, now we start talking about what the child gets out of this, right? Like a good mom. So thank God. But what would that future be? Would I be able to attend higher education? That was always my first question when I saw pregnant teens. How was she going to finish school so she can provide for her baby? I decided that I wouldn't allow myself to turn into a statistic. I would push past the odds and not let the numbers decide my future. Two snaps for you, girl. And you did. Good for you. Listen, she did it. She got her degree. And some people will go, well, she got the teen mom money. Listen, y'all's fave had the teen mom money and her parental money, and her parents were stable in her life and present. And she didn't even graduate high school. You know, these other girls, they had poverty. They had absent parents. They had druggy parents. And they managed to graduate high school. And this one got university degree as well. So save it. Save it. Meanwhile, although I may have obtained a newfound positivity when it came to my future with the baby, things with Joe were not going so well. He had been working late nights at Taco Bell and had taken a shift to the shady side. He was spending less time at home and seemed to be skipping out on his classes at Northampton Community College. I began to worry that he was doing something other than going to work or school when he left the house. I suspected he might be having an affair with one of his coworkers. Every night when I went to bed, knots formed in the pit of my stomach. Oh, look at that. That's baby Isaac. With the baby smiling, the little baby hands. Cute. There she is with baby Isaac in the halls getting ready to walk the stage for graduation, or perhaps she already walked. Mr. Kozer is still an important person in my life. In this photo, Isaac is playing around in his classroom. Well, there you go. How fun. Since I didn't have a car of my own, I asked a friend to take me to Taco Bell in the middle of the night to check on Joe. This wasn't the first time I had stormed into the fast food place at a ridiculous hour. In fact, I was a repeat offender. Sometimes I'd just be working, or Joe's face wouldn't make an appearance at all. I wanted to catch them doing something explicit enough that I could at least have some closure and know that I wasn't losing my mind. This time, I decided to confront Joe and his coworker directly, but they sat me down and denied anything was going on between them. I had no solid proof besides Joe's sketchy behavior to go on, so I left. But the knot in my stomach and lump in my throat would not go away. I knew it wasn't that I was letting the pregnancy hormones control me. Listen, a woman's intuition is strong and should not be doubted. If you strongly believe that that is the case, it is most likely because that is indeed the case. Oh, speaking of, not my stage 5 calling me